Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome.
Yo, like the AI lady said, welcome to the show. My name is Mike Reed. Let's get this thing started. I am an appliance tech that is here to give you information on how to get going on the commercial side of things. I cover hot side, cold, wet, commercial laundry. Oh, I want to do, for those of you that are in Florida, I'm wishing you guys the best with the back-to-back hurricanes. And then you had your tornadoes. Port St. Lucie really got hit. I mean, I know you guys had over 70-something hurricanes. So that's a rough one to deal with. I know that's going to disrupt your cash flow for some time. I remember how it is in Florida. So wishing you all the best. But on with the show. Let me see here. And as always, the show is open, fully interactive. Feel free at any time to chime in with your questions, your comments, your concerns about the industry, and I will let you know. We're in the middle of, well, not in the middle, we're in the beginning of the training session for the last half of the year. Brother Frank, yeah, I see you guys were on live with Mike over there in North Carolina. I know Mike Sneed, he's always busy, man. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. And Mike is experiencing the same issue that a lot of us have, and that is getting your relatives on board with what you got going on. I'm telling you, it is extremely difficult to get family members to benefit from what you've got going on. Oh man, you know what? I was just in Shreveport. I don't know if you saw let me see what, I was just in Shreveport. Yeah. And for all of you guys, hey, I've given you the information on Generac. I hope you all are taking advantage of that information. Oh, where is my Shreveport stuff? Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go to, yeah, so let me stop this one. I didn't realize you were there. I did not even realize you. These are advanced classes. You will not benefit from the. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I just saw it. You will not benefit from these Frymaster classes. You know, if you're new, if you have a little bit of experience, then this will help you out. But they're in Oklahoma City, October 22nd or the 23rd. Is a single day class. It is going to be all day, but it is a single day class. So Hagar is the big dog. Man, about an hour and a half south of Dallas, all the way up to Oklahoma City. That is all Hagar. When you're like Houston, we have our players down here, but Hagar runs hot side stuff. Dallas on up. Yeah, no, you should have volume now. You should have sound. Uh-oh. Oh. The hell? Oh, I see what happened. The damn mic dropped out. I have no idea where my other mics are. I am having the hardest times. I'm having the hardest time with my equipment. My daughter had an event this evening, so I had to rush back to the house and take care of that. So let me check and make sure with Instagram. All right, Yusuf, Big Mike, Charles Dupont. Thanks for showing up. And I'm checking in with your questions periodically on Instagram. So there's a little bit of a lag, but I'll get to you. All right. So once again, Frymaster, since you might not have been able to hear it, Frymaster class is a single day class. This one is in October. Do not travel. Only go to a training class if it is in your region. Do not travel for a class. You want to establish a relationship with the people that are doing the training classes. You want to establish that. You want them to know what market you're in, because that's just how they're going to remember you. That's how they're going to categorize you, all of that good stuff. So those guys are leaving Oklahoma the 22nd and the 23rd. There's still openings for that market. Pittsburgh, so that's going to be November, beginning of November, and we have no idea what Frymaster is doing next. That all depends on you. Don't hesitate to contact Frymaster directly. They are extremely interested in what you need out here in the field. So here's the information. No, the price is zero. It's free. So Frank, I will always let you know what the cost of the class is. No, there's no cost to this. This is in the best interest of Frymaster. These classes are to ensure that their best customers, their long-standing customers, remain loyal customers. The reason why Pitco has so many issues is Pitco is horrific. They are horrible with their training. They are horrible with their you know what? There are a few good people over there with Pitco, but the vast majority, they even had to purge some people. They had to purge some people a few years back because they were just horrific. Some of these manufacturers take the lazy man route, and they only want to take care of your large players, such as a Hagar, that type of thing. But there are new people. There are new people that need a helping hand, and those new people, they have to take time with them. It takes a lot more effort and energy, but it's just, that's what has to be done. So on your screen, you see training@frymaster.com. if you contact them, they will let you know when they will, and they will, if they see a need for any type of entry level training classes, they'll eventually put some together. They used to have classes in Shreveport where you would come, and I think it was like once a month where they had the classes before the pandemic, but that has stopped, and they're now only focusing on units out there, believe it or not, that are 30 years old, 40 years old. These fryers that have been out there for forever, and guys are changing fry pots and all that kind of stuff. So they make sure that techs out there have the information to keep these fryers updated, and make sure they're able to retrofit every single fryer that's out there. Every single fry master that is out there can still get service. Okay, yeah. So so Frank, that is, your best bet is the Oklahoma City. Now they just had Dallas. They're gonna have Dallas. So contact Frymaster, and they'll let you know when they have the Dallas class. They have a Louisiana. I believe they're gonna have like a New Orleans class somewhere in that region. They're gonna have one, and hardly anybody has Houston. That's non-existent. It's almost always going to be Dallas. All right, so the For Real class is coming up. You must contact the trainer for Real. I'm going to show you guys the email in just a moment. And the reason for me showing you the For Real information is you guys want to be able to get into large chains. The only way you're going to do that is the method I'm showing you. You want to go in and be an authorized provider for at least one of these anchor products. And For Real is gaining a lot of traction in that. So it will at least get signed up. You do not have to take every single call. If only you take one call a year. I mean, that's your business. Hold on one second. Let me go back to this tab. I want to show you my email. Oh, yeah. Nope, that's not it. What the hell? Hold on a second. I am Photos, StreamYard, Igniter Labs, open. And my email is up. That is so strange. All right, let me just do the entire screen then. That is so wild. All right, we'll do this. Bear with me, it's about to get trippy. All right, so this is my email from For Real. Oddly enough, I have a Rich's Bakery here. Hopefully you guys can see that, right? So there is the training, because everybody's telling me, I'm like, hey, look, For Real sends me a bunch of different emails. The dates keep changing. This one is from yesterday. And it's going to be, you need to register by October 12th. You got to register by October 12th. He's got a link. Hold on one second. I don't know why this link isn't showing up. Because you are seeing everything that I got. So this one is the August 13th class. Let me see if I can click this link. For those of you on Instagram, send me a direct message on Instagram, and then I will provide you the link. I don't know how well this is going to show up. This is the Teams link. You have to register. You have to register for this first. That's to join the meeting. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. My daughter had a thing that she. Where the hell is the link? All right. If you want it, let me know. I will forward the link. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on. Sorry about that. Damn it. What you guys are looking at. So this is the only information that they need since you're looking at my entire screen. Free. It is a free class. You get as much training as possible. Free event. They just want your name, whatever company you're using, and your email address. You hit submit, and then you're going to be all set to log in on. And see, this says the 15th. That says the 15th. I swear to you, these dates. That says the 15th. This is a 3-hour training event. And I just gave you this thing right here. Where is it? This one was supposed to be August 13th. I have no idea. Just sign up for it. They're going to send you the link. So, yeah. So there's supposed to be one the 13th. There was supposed to be one on the 10th. It didn't. That didn't happen. So that says August 13th. I know I wasn't going crazy. That says August 13th. This other one says, oh, yeah, that was October. My bad. That's why it looks crazy. August 13th. That's why it looks like that. August 13th. I gave you the link for August 13th. The For Real is a much smaller unit than all the other ones. Oh, damn. That's going to be hard to see. No, Mel, you're not late. You're not late. Well, let me stop that screen. You're not late. So if you guys want the link to it, I can always send you the link if you're having trouble with it. And that's for you guys on Instagram. If you're having trouble with it, I'll send you that ice cream school. What's happening? I'll send that to you. But Mel, I was going over the information for Fry Master. They do go to your neck of the woods on the West Coast. As always, you're going to want to start with the. We'll do here. As always, you're going to want to start with the Fry Master classes first. And once you finish with all of those online classes, because it's going to cover all the terminology. Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right. Once you finish with all the Fry Master classes, then you can attempt to go to the online. The online at this moment is a very advanced class. It covers, because all you guys go goo goo gaga. Everybody thinks they want to work at McDonald's. I don't want to crush your hopes and dreams, but everybody thinks they're going to get McDonald's as a client, as if McDonald's hadn't been existing for decades. It already has people working with them, but they go over the McDonald's Love Fryer. And this is not just McDonald's. It is Taco Bell. From time to time, you'll find Burger King will use them, and other locations. But what I was talking about is Oklahoma City, Pittsburgh, those two, and then it looks like there will be one other class before the year is up. One other class. Don't forget, you have Scotsman. Let me see here. Ice. And I really do want you guys to bookmark this kind of stuff. Oh, this is what the training looks like. This is not what I wanted you guys to see. This is the exact copy of the information you will receive in the training class. All of this stuff is online. There is zero cost for this information. All of this is on Scotsman's website, Scotsman Ice. They haven't changed anything. They will only add more dates when you guys start inquiring with your local Scotsman sales rep. They will kick it into high gear and get you guys some classes. And not only will it be Scotsman, it's going to be Scotsman and Cold Draft. So all we have coming up is McAllen, Texas, San Antonio. Yeah, the rest of this stuff is Canada. Hoshizaki is up. So please, the reason why I am giving you all this, I keep beating you over the head with the training information to go and get training. It is extremely difficult to go out in the field and think that you're going to stand in front of a Hoshizaki ice machine, never seen one before, and you think in your heart of hearts, LED Handyman, what's happening? And you believe in your heart of hearts, you're going to go out there, you're going to knock that sucker out the park. That is just not happening. That will not happen. Your best bet is to go out here, go to the class, wait your time till one comes close to you. Yeah, it looks like my stuff is coming up, I believe, next month. So it's going to be Dallas. So once again, you're looking at Dallas. So Frank, your stuff is coming up. You got Dallas all week for October. Let's see here. And let's see what November's got for us. I have to bear with them. Let's see what the next 10 weeks look like. Okay, so at least you do have New Jersey. New Jersey's coming up, and they're going to populate this. I do not know what this is going to look like. So this is saying that Orlando. What are they? Okay, so this is saying that Orlando is December. Who knows what that's gonna be like? If you do want to know, this is the person. This is the person that you want to get a hold of, and they are going to give you updates on what's going to happen in the Orlando market as far as your Hoshizaki training. So you do want to be proactive. You want to let these people know. Yeah, it was just updated 8 days ago. So who knows what that's going to look like. They might just, probably not Miami, but Orlando, Tampa. Who knows if they're going to keep them, if they're going to scrap them, make you all go down to Fort Lauderdale, make you all go down to Miami. Who knows? But I'm wishing everybody in that area, I'm wishing you all the best. But December, that's you, Florida. Let me see. Let me take this off. I will go with the month view. February. Yeah. So they're slowly updating the list. So go to Hoshizaki America and you will find your training date. Yeah, it doesn't, you might have a space. All you have to do is just, you could always put your name there. They should take it. It should just take it. Let me try. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me see what that thing is doing. Let me see if I register. Each attendee should register individually. All right, if you're having trouble with it, let me give you his email address. Let me do that. Bear with me one second, Frank. Let me give you his email address. Hold on. Let me do this one so he don't get upset that I put out his personal one. All right. Here. You can email them. Email them service@forreal. All right. I'm going to put that link down here. Let me see if I can pin this to the comment on Instagram. So there's it. You can email them, let them know that you would like to attend the class. You got until the 12th. So let them know you want to attend that. Any other training that you guys would like to know about, I'll definitely update you. Real quick, I wanted to talk about, what is this guy's thing? It is franchise of the week. Oh, you were doing Frymaster. And you said Frymaster wouldn't take your email. Hold on a second. Wonder why you. All right, hold on. Frymaster would not take your email. That's it. Of course, now my stuff is acting funky. There we go. There we go. Now we're working. No, the training class. All right. Yeah, you got you got time with that one. Training at frymaster.com. You can email that. There is a nice lady that is monitoring this email address, and she's going to get you all set up, all set up for the class. She just sent me, let me show you. She just sent me a notification. What was this one? Yeah. All right, let me go down. Let me add this to the screen. And let me see if my email is going to come up. Hold on, let's do window. This is crazy. Out of nowhere, this thing stopped taking my freaking email. All right, hold on. Entire screen it is. Hopefully you can see it. All right, so this is Jana. So it says that all right. Field service training is taking place in Oklahoma City. There still are a few seats that need to be filled. And so it's actually going to be at Hagar's satellite location in Oklahoma City. That I did not know. I didn't know that they were that big time. I've been to the Hagar facility in Dallas. I've never been to the one in Oklahoma City. Let's see if this. Let's see here. All right, let me copy the link. Let me shoot this on over to you. And here's her number right there if you want to talk to her. Let's try it. So there's the link right there. You can try it again. Like I said, if you have any kind of issue getting through, shoot them an email. Send it to that number. That woman, if it's during regular business hours, she will probably get back to you within 30 minutes. No joke. She is on it. Every single training, well, when it's online, every single online training, all that stuff, she is always present. Doesn't matter if it is if the clamshell broiler or any of the clamshell griddle, any of that stuff, she is on it. She is always a part of these things. As a matter of fact, let me go into, let me show you some more of their stuff. Let me go into well-built stuff. Let me make sure I am just sharing this tab and not the whole thing. Good. So well-built is a huge conglomerate. See here with the brands. And they're all in the training. I mean, in places like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, they're number one in dishwashers. There's American Dish, there's Champion, Byline, Moyer Diebel, CMA. There's Isomatic. I'm into their stuff heavy. There's Cold Draft, Scotsman, the Multiplex. So I gravitate more towards Ollie Group, well built, more than any of the other large conglomerates. There's a Rancilio with all their espresso machines, Electro Freeze that I showed you guys not that long ago that was in the in that New York style burger chain with the Carvel. So Carvel uses Electro Freeze. So for all of you guys on the East Coast, I think Carvel and Electro Freeze are like one and the same. The owner of Carvel made the Electro Freeze machine. So that's where the HC Dukes thing come from. Then the Carpigiani. Mirko, I showed you guys Mirko, Metro, which are the warmers. Don't really care for the Montague. And now here's your Frymaster and Dean. And some of you have called me about the Garland, Sunfire, US range. It is all one and the same. Garland pretty much took over that hot side stuff all those things are Garland pretty much. Just like on the fryers, all those things are pretty much Frymaster. The rest of that stuff is an afterthought. So when we go to Garland, now you're talking about the clamshell. So you got a number of different training for the clamshell. If you guys are with me, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys are still with me, if you guys are still hanging with me. So for the Frymaster class, do I need to attend the class or can I just go online for the class? No, this is the Frymaster class is a advanced class. It is only going to benefit those in the field who have a working knowledge of Frymaster. That class is about retrofitting older Frymaster units and updating those older components with current components that you can buy. There are units out there where they are still using mercury. And so a lot of those components are no longer available. I ran into that this past week with that. I was told,
Let me make this big. I was told when I bought this part, they looked me in my eye and they said, we haven't sold one of these in years. I had enough stock where I just recently ran out of these thermostats. So this was news to me that what I was using had been deemed outdated and no one, it's very difficult to even find these parts online. And that is what FryMaster is doing. They're able to help you update older pieces of equipment. In order to get to that point, you must know all of the components, how they function, what they're called, the FryMaster system. Pitco has a system which is different from FryMaster. UltraFryer has a system that's different from FryMaster. Henny Penny has a system that's different than Pitco, UltraFryer. So you have to learn the FryMaster way. They have their own sensors. They have their sensors in particular placement, and they have that by design. They have it for a reason. Everyone has their own philosophy. And so you must understand and know how that works. So if you put a 2 in the chat, if you are familiar with FryMaster. So while we're waiting on that, to continue on with your question, you can, let's see here. You can go and take every single FryMaster training class that you need. It's all online. They are all online. So you have videos with the FryMaster YouTube channel. We're not going to get into that. I like the webinars. The webinars taught me so much more. Hey, that's Fred. Fred who did that? Fred had signed up back in 20. Oh, you guys can't see that. Fred had signed up back in 23. All right. The webinar classes are like 3 hours long, but they are very helpful. Yeah, this one's only like an hour. This one's only an hour. You can't find.
What we have now is a video. I want to go ahead and show on how to prepare the filter pan. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this.
Remove the pan.
If you don't hear the volume, go ahead and send some.
Empty the crumb tray into a fireproof container.
Oh, thank you.
Wipe down the other components. Clear debris and oil from the pan. Reassemble the pan.
I'm sorry.
The centigrade screen goes in first.
I started from.
Place the hold-down ring on filter paper and lift the tube.
But
send us an email and we can go ahead and get those done as we can.
Because
we
they
get
go
to
over.
Another video that we have here is filtering. It's not that long, so we're going to go ahead and go through this. There's a couple of things that this doesn't address on here that we'll talk about after we're done with this.
Valve, they are using the Harper Wyman valve.
Filtering.
And so they go over
with the oil at cooking temperature. Turn the gas valve knob.
How you update the oil out. Fryer.
Go ahead. Came out with the newer fryers that we have that have push button filtering on it, which we're going to talk about here next.
So these
they
are
actually sell.
Extremely helpful.
So whenever that doubled in price, I mean, obviously it got people's attention. So what they did is come up with a concept, okay, on how to save oil, okay, and that because you're using them. All right. So what they did, instead of reducing heat because you have to cook the product, they just reduced the amount of oil that we're.
So once again, they go over all of the updates on FryMaster, and then they explain to you why they did what they did, why the manufacturing changed, what they corrected with these newer parts. Funny LED handyman, funny. So they're explaining why they came up with these newer components. So
we're
all
going
of
to have
this is here
exposed
for
to
you.
that. And that's what they did, is they took this fry pot that had 50 pounds of shortening and came up with this fry pot that only had 30. The only area that we could get rid of was the cold zone. This area here may look like a cold zone, but it is not.
Yep.
All right. The temperature here, here, and here is all very similar. They're a lot more often. We didn't want to have it too labor intense. So that's when all the push button, the actuators that that open and close the drain valve and the return valves, and the devices that turns the pump motor on to start the pump or the pumping or
if you
process,
haven't worked on
all that's automated now. That's the reason for that.
Before.
All right, because before it used to be when we had the big fry pots, you know, or when we had the big cold zone area, we would have somebody would come in. Normally, it was an individual come in just to do the filtering. Okay, a lot of stores were like that, or you'd say have
in the same FryMaster training section, FryMaster Training 3. They go over all the basics. So now they put everything in the same place. These are going to go over the very basic. Here's the millivolt training. This is going to go over the very basics. There's your Dean module. There's only one Dean module. Everything else is FryMaster. Everything else is FryMaster. But here's your McDonald's in-house training. So here's the classwork for, now these are the things just specific for the FryMaster Love, going over the new touch screen, all of it, even the hot holding. So let me see here. I think I did all of these. I believe. So no, I'm going to start from the beginning. Frank, any particular area you want me to cover? And have you seen these before? Not this particular model, but I'm talking about where they have the in-house McDonald Tech section. So these are the type of basics that you need to go over. So they explain what every single one of these items are for, why they're there. They will even go over, like, certain things will break and then you can actually tack weld it yourself. They will tell you what you can tack weld, what you can, what you can't, what to do when you have blockage of oil, French fries blocked up in there. They explain how to do everything. But more importantly, why this stuff is there, what its purpose is, and how to know that that's where you need to look at first based on the issue that the location is telling you that they're having. So this is the look of the fry pot that you would never see when it's full of oil. You're going to be standing behind this section. What we're looking at is your waist is going to be on the other side of that, and you're going to be looking down into the fry pot. So this is strictly for training, but it lets you know what each thing is. So if you're having a problem with the unit filtering, it won't start filtering. It says that there's no oil in there, and there actually is. It's letting you know, hey, look, you need to look over here at the automatic intermittent filtration probe. It's coming up and it's saying the oil is dirty, and you just filtered the oil. Then you need to check this section out. Something's wrong. Automatic top off. It's stopping prematurely and there's still water in there. Something is wrong. Need to look at, with the oil, check your automatic top off. Make sure it's not blocked up. Make sure there's no debris in there. Make sure all your tubing is clear. Your temp probe and all this stuff you're going to get from the opposite side, but you can't take any of this out unless you lower the oil level of oil. Your beloved high limit. So all of these things are here, especially the damn high limit. The employees, when they have an issue, they will always reset the high limit. They will reset that damn high limit until the high limit is damaged. And now you have to change the high limit, when before it was more than likely that there was debris in the fry pot and they hadn't been filtering due to whatever, maybe the pump, something was wrong with the pump. So they go over everything you need to know. Why do I go over this with you guys? I go over with these guys. I go over this information with you guys because these things are the heart of the operation. Yes. So you have to start with the basics. You need to know what each and every one of these components are that make up the fryer. Not only do you need to know what these components are, everyone has their own jargon. Everyone's got their own specialized name for their process. FryMaster is no different. FryMaster has all these names that you're going to need to learn for these different components. You're going to need to know them. You're going to need to know where they are. They expect you to know how to get to them. You know, what are you going to get to from the front? What are you going to have to get to from the back or from the side? You know.
An AIF VIB board resides under each fry pot of an LOV or filter quick fryer.
And so I'll show you this because, like I said, the operation is depending upon the fryer.
Power is daisy chained through VIBs to the boards on adjacent pots.
And see,
failure to respond to valve opening requests or to allow power to pass through,
there you go,
can suggest the need for a board replacement.
VIB.
It's a useful trick to photograph the component with its wires in place before removing
and they show you
the board
and
has a sheet metal cover that
is
not removed. It's held in place by a bolt on one end and a flange on the other. Remove the wires, remove the bolt, and pull the board from the flange.
Fun fact, these boards are not in the
wires.
Same place on every single fryer. Different models of fryers have the boards in different places. Some it's the back, most it's in the front, right behind the panel. This one is underneath. They're always in different places. So you really need to learn these units. And they explain to you the process. They use an infrared heating system on FryMaster. They also have induction on FryMaster, where they're using a blower to heat up the chamber walls on the fry pots. Okay, yeah. It's the class is very important if you know how to work on fryers, because my market has newer equipment. I would guess that Orlando is going to have newer equipment too. But when you get to cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, when you get to cities like Shreveport, when you get to, well, especially Shreveport, since that's the home of FryMaster. But when you get to these New Orleans, when you get to some of these cities, you are going to run across old fryers. And FryMaster specifically, stated that, yeah, they have 30 and 40-year-old fryers still going strong in New Orleans. So they tell you how you can keep those fryers up and running. But yeah, all this stuff is here. All this stuff is here for you. The fryers. Fryers are very important to an operation. Ice is extremely important to an operation. And I want to give you a story from, this is a guy that his name is Wolf of Franchises. Let me see if I can find his channel real quick. So this is Wolf of Franchises, and he just so happened to talk about a franchise that I have service. Let's see here. If you've ever seen his channel, this guy uses an AI French fry, a talking French fry, much like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And so he's a walking, talking French fry on his thing, but he interviews all the owners of these franchises, Jersey Mike's, Crumble Cookie, and he went over a company called Fat Shack. Let me see if I can find it. And Fat Shack, I'm trying my best to introduce you to companies that you are going to be able to be the first service provider for. You're better off with a new food concept in your market. You're not going to ruffle any feathers. You're not going to, you're going to be there. You're going to form a very strong relationship with these people when you're there first. Let me see here. Whoa. Franchises, Fat Shack. So, wow, he's been talking about Fat Shack since 2022. So I want you all to be the first at these places. When it's a new restaurant, they can operate that new restaurant for up to 2 years without ever really needing a service company. In the beginning, they are relying heavily on warranty. Just because one of the big guys comes in and takes care of a restaurant under warranty does not necessarily mean that they are going to be there in the long haul. It doesn't mean that they're going to take them on as a customer. And that's where you come in. You need to have the training on the equipment that these newer locations are using. Yeah, here it is. So this guy went back over this. So this is a story he did some years ago. So I want you guys, essentially, I want you guys to be first and to form these long-standing relationships with these newer franchises as they come up. In doing so, your competitors are never going to know you exist. If they never get a call from a place, they never even think about the place. And that's primarily how I operate in my market. I take all these people when they're brand new, and I take care of these people from cradle to grave. Hopefully they grow past one location. Hopefully they grow into 10, 20, 30. I currently do not have any clients that are past the 30 mark, but I have definitely taken care of these people from the start of one and 5 restaurants. And as they grow, you grow with them. That is the whole point. It's for you to go, for you to grow with them. So this is Fat Shack, founded in 2010. And once again, my source is the Wolf of Franchises. So they've been around franchising since 2015. Here we go, based in Colorado. Late night offerings. This is a very, I know it's based in Colorado, but it's a very Midwest style of food, of sandwich. As you see, you don't need much to get started. 25 grand. 150 is a little high on the sandwich shop, but whatever. What they are primarily using is they're using all right, so they're using 2 fryers. The fryers are supposed to be Pitco's, but with the long wait that they're having, they've allowed them to buy various other brands. Essentially, whatever they can get their hands on. So they typically have about 2 fryers, And as you can see in this picture, every damn thing is fried. Everything is fried. Well, okay, so I'll take it back. They have 3 fryers. So they have one for fries and the fried onion rings and stuff. Fries and fried onion rings. And then they have another fryer that they use for a fried dessert. So they fry like an Oreo cookie. They batter an Oreo cookie and they fry it. Yes. So Frank is asking, do I do installs? Yes. I do cradle to grave service. I do installs. I do the repair. I do the maintenance. And then when the customer decides that it is time to no longer invest in their equipment, I say, okay, Mike, we put, $20,000 into this equipment, and we're just going to go ahead and get a new piece. We want you to go ahead and take this out, remove the unit, remove all the installation with it as far as how it connects to power, water, drainage, anything like that. We want you to remove all that, and then we want you to install the new stuff. I oblige them as well with that, and then I go ahead and do the install, do the startup, and all that. You guys might have seen on Instagram. You might have seen me do the pictures of for instance, the pizza ovens. I had a customer. They had a smaller Peerless oven. They had a smaller double-deck Peerless pizza oven, and they were running an obscene number of pizzas through this small oven. So then they had me I already did repairs to it and everything like that. So then they had me measure the space, move some of the other hot side equipment out of the way so that they can get the new, much larger, 4.5 feet wide Baker's Pride pizza oven. And I assisted them with that, getting that, making sure it was going to fit under the hood. And then I actually I did the startup on that. And then I just recently went a year and a month later, and then I changed the thermopile on that. So that's what I was showing on that. And that all ties in with what you see here. So I have a Fat Shack here in Houston. So I was involved with the startup. The owner of this one is a very, they're green to the business. So they don't quite understand all the things. They think that they can be cheap with running the business, and you cannot cheap out on running a food business. You just can't. It's always going to bite the customer in the end. So they're supposed to have Pitco fryers. Then their ice machine is Manitowoc ice machine. Their refrigeration is supposed to be Continental, but they end up having to get a number of things because they opened up after COVID. So they're supposed to have all Continental in there. All Continental. Continental is very big with sandwich shops. So if you go into a pizza shop or a sandwich shop, there is a high chance that you will find Continental refrigeration in that unit. And then they have a shake machine where they serve chocolate shakes or vanilla shakes, and the machine that makes the shakes are Spaceman. So I wanted you guys to see this one. So Wolf of Franchises put out a post about Fat Shack and how well it was doing. The individual that owns the rights to Fat Shack here in Houston currently has not expanded beyond just the one that they have. So I haven't spoken with them recently, but they have not been keeping up with their maintenance, and they've just been trying to bootstrap it. So I don't know if they're going to keep it, sell it, let Fat Shack come in and take it over. I have no idea what they're doing. But Fat Shack, Fat Shack, it's a late night operation. So they're one of the latest opening things down here. Now we got In and Out. We have In and Out and stuff like that, but they are a very late night operation. Ever had a client go to competition, saw that was not a good idea, and come back? Oh, it happens every day. I've been in this market for 10 years. Yeah, that's gonna happen. This is with that very same place that I was talking about with the pizza ovens. The manager of that location just recently left, and he took some people with him. The new manager didn't know to call me, and he brought in one of my competitors. Turns out some of the refrigeration, which was true, had some issues. What my competitor decided to do, and I rehashed the whole thing without them telling me a word. They said, hey, we having some problem with this prep table. I took a look at it, and looking at what they did, I went over each and every issue that they had with the fridge up until that point without them ever telling me. They had a refrigerant leak. When you have a refrigerant leak on a R290 true prep table, what you're going to have is you're going to end up with a ball of ice. The ball of ice in there is going to get in the way of the fan blades, and it's going to make a horrible noise. That fan blade hits that. They still have some metal. They haven't completely gone with plastic. So some of the ones that are teeter-tottering on 5 years have metal blades. And when that metal blade hits that hits that block of ice, it just bing, bing, bing. It makes this rattling, raggedy noise. And I know exactly what these guys did. They went in there, they hosed it down, got rid of the ball of ice, and then they rewired in a Dayton fan motor, and then ran the wires outside of the cage of the Frymaster has a cage that you mount the motor to, and then it blows the air into the back of the coils and blows it up to the top, and it circulates that way. So it blows in, up along the roof, and then down in that way of convection. And then the wires are supposed to go inside of the cage. Well, they had the wires all sticking around the cage. So that let me know right there. I didn't even have to do much looking, and I knew right then and there was some bull in the game. And then I looked at the back, and as soon as I looked at the back, I saw that they had added access ports to it, which again let me know that they had a refrigerant leak. They did not fix the unit. All they did was they added R290 to a unit that had leaks, and then they replaced the fan motor. So more likely, they went 2 times. First time, they changed the fan motor. Second time, they came back because the unit was still making a noise, same problem, and that's when they came in, gassed it up. When you do that, it's only going to last between a couple of weeks to, at most, you might get 3 months. If you're lucky, you can get maybe 3 months out of that deal. The right thing to do, if you want to keep that customer, is to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and replace the evaporator coil. Let me do another one. So as you can see from this picture, it is not an inexpensive item. That's saying Norlake. Let me see here. True, $397. And that's a long one. It's not going to be this long. That's for a very long prep table. And this actually is a prep table. That's for a very long one. And the way you know it's for a prep table, because this is a narrow one. Even though this is Norlake, The other ones, uprights, are going to look more of that fashion. Let's see here. True GD. No, this. Yeah, I don't want to do prep table. They still don't want to show it to me. But yeah, you're going to want to do it. So this is going to be a costly. It's going to be a costly thing. These guys decided not to do it. So this customer, I already prepared them. I said, hey, look, whatever these guys did, it's not going to last long. Just be ready. I already took the, this is a prep table, but for 48. I said, look, it's going to run out in a couple more months. They gassed it up so much it had flood back on the compressor, so you can feel the compressor was ice cold. So they did that. So hopefully it'll last, a couple of months, hopefully. But that's not the case. But you never want to run scared. The best thing is to stay highly informed on the equipment. The person that knows the most is going to be the person that is going to be successful. The one that's the hack, the one that's rigging up stuff, they are not going to survive. You cannot rig this stuff up. Those days are gone. You now have electronic controls. You have a much thinner gas, which is the R290, the 600, and then it's at a much higher pressure. 12, 22, all that stuff was not at such a high pressure, carried a lot of oil, was very forgiving with leaks. Not so. So now if you have a leak, you must fix it. If you want to keep the customer, rip the Band-Aid off, go ahead, give them the numbers. They're going to find out that when the other guys come and rig that thing up, yeah, it's going to work for a little while, but guess what? They're going to have to come and they're either going to have to replace the unit or they're going to have to pay even more money to have it done right. So you might as well just rip the Band-Aid off and make sure that 63 Impala, what's up? Just rip the Band-Aid off and just make sure that they know. BK baby, what's going on? Just make sure that they know what actually needs to happen with that unit. Ooh, what is up with my light? Hold on 1 second, people. 1 second. There we go. There we are. All right. Anyway, I'm going to start to wrap this thing up, but I just want you all to get the information. The days of you calling somebody up over the phone and getting a quick answer on something, those days are gone. Those days are gone. You need to find out this information. You need to know firsthand. You need to know why the machine is malfunctioning. You need to know how to take care of it. And I just lost my damn, doggone it. I just lost. Oh, there it is. So let me sum up Fact Shot for you guys. But you need to know why this equipment is malfunctioning. If you got to call the factory, let me not put it like that. You should call the factory. I don't care if you've been working on residential appliances for 20 years. If you're just now venturing into commercial, every single time you go out on a unit, whoever the hell is going out on the unit needs to call the factory. You need to go over what needs to be done with the actual unit that you're working on while you are there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to cost yourself more money by coming back, going back and forth. It is company policy, especially like with Smart Care and all that. Those large companies, they must call in. They must call in when they get there on site. They must tell the technician over the phone what they found. And they have to tell them all their stuff before they even authorize them to do the repair. So you're doing yourself you're putting yourself at a disadvantage if you don't use tech support. Tell them what you found, go over there and see if they agree with your diagnosis. I guarantee you, if you're just starting out on the commercial side of things, they are not going to agree with your diagnosis, and then they will let you know what's really going on. They're going to tell you, pull out your damn meter, or they're going to tell you, pull out your clamps, or if it has access ports, gauge up to it and let them know what's going on with the unit. The likelihood of them telling you to gauge up is going to be very little. There's going to be other signs that let them know if there's going to be something that is going to require refrigerant. And they're definitely going to say, hey, look, we want to see. If they think that there's a leak in the system, they're going to want you to pressurize the system and find the leak. That is just the way it is nowadays. But what I got on the screen is Fat Shack. Okay, I didn't even know Fat Shack was on Shark Tank. So let's go over these locations because they are expanding nationwide. Oh, look at here, look at here, look at here. Florida. What do we want to? What do you want to guess? That's like Orlando. Oh, come on, computer, help me out here. All right, fine, we'll do this. All right, so Colorado, that's their base of operations. What the hell happened to Florida? Oh, there's Florida. Orlando. So there they are in Orlando. Excuse me. And they're going to expand from there. So they're in Georgia, one in Chicago and Clybourne. So they're doing their thing. Kansas. Oh, now open Kansas City, Missouri. Vegas. I'm going to have to check that one out. Quite a few of the restaurants I deal with are in Vegas that I haven't been to. I was just told that there is a Ike's. There's an Ike's sandwich shop in Vegas. They're going to open up an Ike's in New Orleans, like next month. Oklahoma got one. Oregon. Oh, there you go. Hey, Mel, there you go. Eugene. I don't know how far that is from you. It's probably going to be a good 4 hours or something. But Philly is now open. Tennessee. Of course, here we are with Texas. So College Station, Denton, Fort Worth, San Marcos, and then over here by me. Oh, okay. So you don't even have to go that far. So there you go. Seattle and Bellingham. So you actually have two. This is a good chain for you to get started with. This is a very good one. You're going to have people that are newer to the business. They're going to be open to you doing more things. They're going to be open to you cleaning the ice machine. They have the ice machine set up in the lobby. So they have a sit down area. You have a front counter where you go to, you place your order, but you actually get your own. They're going to give you a cup. You're going to get your own soda, your own ice in the front. But in the back, they have the back is Spaceman. I don't know why it says swerve. So this is Spaceman Soft Serve. Yeah, so you see that? You got two. So not just go check them out, but go on over there. Because, Mel, cleaning an ice machine is not repair. So you don't have to have a license to clean the ice machine. The owner of the equipment can clean the ice machine. The person that cleans the floor can clean the ice machine. It is just that it's cleaning the ice machine. So you don't need any tools. You just need a screwdriver to open up the front, and then you can go ahead and do ice machine descaling. It is not repair. You're not installing anything. You're not removing anything. You're just cleaning the ice machine. All right. It is not even appliance repair. It doesn't even fall under appliance repair. All right. So let's go. Let me show you. So they have soft serve, frozen yogurt, frozen drinks, and then the shake machine. So they try to compete with Taylor. Do I have an Istro hat? Istro, Stolting, and the rest. So here's the soft serve machines. Let me see here. I didn't want soft serve. Where the hell did it go? I wanted shakes. Hopefully you guys can see that. Now, Spaceman is a very Spaceman doesn't have anyone, and you can't even talk to tech support. What Spaceman has set up, and they're doing a lot of distribution through Trimark. What they have set up in place is like some series of it's like a tree. It's like a it's a if then that type of tech support. So let's see, we're going to resources. Yeah, it's a Chinese company. So yeah, they have their step-by-step cleaning guide. They have their operation manual. Most of you have a lot of reset buttons on these machines, especially if the product freezes up, gets too hard. It will trip a safety. And employees don't know how to reset the safeties on these motors. So they're going to have to pay you to go over there to reset them. They're going to want to hang over your shoulder to see what you're doing so they can do it themselves. Try your best to, distract them, because they will try, and then all they're going to do is cause more freaking damage. So it's not like you're being it's not like you're being underhanded or wicked with it, but you're saving them from their own bad deeds. And so all that ends up happening when they try to reset the machine themselves is they end up tearing up belts. And then you'll end up having to go on over there and replace belts, when it was the fact that they kept hitting reset every time they tripped the damn button, instead of adding more mix, so that the consistency would allow the machine to run properly. So there's operating manuals. A lot of manuals. Where's the 6.6? That's heat transfer 6650C. So this is a very popular one right here. This 6650. What the hell just happened? This is a very popular one, this 6650. See, they have a cleaning video. They do not clean the machine properly. So this is a single barrel. A lot of my clients have a single barrel, especially the coffee shops. The coffee shops, when they serve frozen coffee, it is this machine right here. My taco shops, like the Velvet Taco, when they serve the frozen beverages, it is this machine here. Fat Shack has actually a 2-barrel machine, but they have, one-time purchase. They have a 6-month refill, and the employees never follow any of this stuff. They never follow this stuff. So this is what they've got set up. You will see these machines. So yeah, this is the exact same machine I'm trying to tell you about. You will run into these machines when you're out in the field. Damn it. When you're out in the field. Guaranteed. There is a $1 billion appliance dealer that is now pushing these. I have no idea what kind of deal I have no idea what the Chinese offered them. Whatever it is, they're pushing these things like crack in the 90s. This is crazy. It's crazy. Oh, good. So here we are with the knowledge base. They're pushing an unfathomable number of machines to their clients. They're not offering them Taylor. They're not offering them Stolting. It is this machine and this machine only. It is nuts. It is nuts. But here it is. Let me give you guys. Now this this goes for their other models as well. So here's the link to Spaceman. And once again, the reason why I'm showing you guys this information is these are key components of any food operation. Most people, they're going to serve some kind of sandwich, whether it's burgers or, and then chicken. They're going to serve that protein. They're often going to serve some kind of fries or onion rings or something like that. Or even if they're going to fry and make tortillas, with the fryer. Then they offer ice cream or some kind of shake. So you're going to see these pieces of equipment consistently. These items face the most abuse. They beat the hell up out of these things. And they're often the least understood pieces of equipment. I guarantee you, the people operating these facilities, these locations, do not know how their ice machine works. They do not know how to clean their ice machine to keep it working. They do not know how to use their fryer. They do not know how to maintain it, keep it running. And they damn sure don't know how to use their soft serve ice cream daiquiri machines. They don't know. Most places go a year or two without changing the internal components to these machines. So here is your best bet, because you will not get Spaceman on the phone. You cannot get them on the phone. See, there's no phone number here. You go ahead and submit a service ticket, and then they're going to respond. AI is going to respond with a couple of guides, a couple of things for you to do. That is about it. That is about it. So here's some of the videos, common errors, blah, blah, blah. Most times the employees put the damn machine together incorrectly. I don't care what brand it is. The owner, the manager, my people know how. They've been doing this thing for months. They know how to put this thing together. And you go there and they don't. They leave out gaskets. They put in the beaters in there backwards. They put the paddles in there backwards. They don't put them together right. And then they claim that there's something wrong with the machine. And in actuality, there is nothing wrong with the machine. There's nothing wrong with the machine. So like I said, you're going to have freeze ups. Those freeze ups are going to shut down the machine. They cause excessive component wear. They've had a number of components redesigned because of these freeze ups. Starved cylinders. They put in the carburetor. They have a siphoning tube. A lot of times they jam that sucker in there, and there's no longer any air getting down into the barrel. Because there's no air getting down into the barrel, there's no product getting down into the barrel. Once that happens, the barrel gets starved. It gets starved. Yeah, that's what they say, a starved cylinder. Yeah. And you have all kind of freezing issues that, if the machine was initially frozen, you get all kind of problems. Low level, blockages. First thing, you got to turn the damn machine off, find out what the hell's going on with it. You're going to have, this is what I'm talking about with the carburetor. It's the air tube. With this manufacturer, they're calling it the air tube. Other manufacturers will call it a different name. Hardly ever are you going to see one with an air pump, not a Spaceman. Spaceman, you're usually going to see one with an air tube. And sometimes they're going to have it where they don't have the gaskets on there, or they might have, if the gaskets are there, they got it jammed down in there past the point where it should be. and then oftentimes the air tube is not set properly to allow the proper flow. This is air pump stuff, product issues. They go over all of this. If hopefully you can buy a bricks level on Amazon for like $20. How to clean it. They have all of these videos here. See, they just updated this thing 2 years ago. So it's a good thing to go over. This is going to tell you everything you need to know about these machines. Everything, where all the buttons are, what the buttons mean. All right, what's on Tankango say? The staff just want to come in and out with the machine running 24/7 with no maintenance. And guess what? The maintenance is always going to be on the chocolate. It is always going to be on the chocolate. Now, what is on Tangango? The Spaceman has a breather screw dowel onto the front dispenser for air relief. Yes. And that's actually what is on the screen right there. Let's see here. This is where you agitate, viscosity control, and the product hopper. So this is letting you know how you can control this machine. And let me see what he got today. All right, this is Mel. No problem. You got to do work prep for tomorrow. But yeah, just Mel. Just remember that cleaning the ice machine is not repair. It's not even, it's preventative maintenance, but it's not repair. It's ice machine cleaning. So hopefully that'll help you out. All right, and I'm actually going to call it a night as well. So they go over how you make all these adjustments because, yeah, the employees do not know how to use this thing. There's little to no training that is done on these units when these people buy it. So that's, they're going to rely on you to tell them everything. They automatically expect that you know all there is about these damn machines. So this is Spaceman. I was getting Pasmo. I was getting Pasmo machines, but Pasmo kind of took a back seat to Spaceman. Yeah, the circle. Yeah. The circular thumb screw. Yep. Let me go back. Yeah, he's talking about this one right here. But yep. This is the torque level, and yeah, they actually have a number of different ways. So they actually have, so they got this one, and then on some of the other models, it's up top in the hopper where you would make adjustments. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Let me show you what this thing looks like. So these, like I said, they have a number of different ones. So this is what these things look like. And I don't even think this one has any gaskets. This particular one doesn't seem to have any gaskets. This one does. You can clearly see, even with this bad picture that they got, there's 4. There should be 4 gaskets on this thing. I don't think this one has any. No, this one doesn't appear to have any gaskets. And then there's a number of other people selling Spaceman, Webstaurant. You got your Parts Town, frozen yogurt parts, and more. So yeah, these are things that you need to. There we go. These are things that you need to look into. It's all business. There is a ton of money. There's a ton of money in this business. There we go. You just can't be afraid to seize these opportunities. Yep, I told you there was a couple gaskets there. You can't be afraid to seize these opportunities because these opportunities are there. You're talking about Pitco fryer. Let me see here. Even though I was on the Spaceman site. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. Let's see if I can find some Spaceman customers. Oh, I should Spaceman. Soft serve. Let me tell you right off the hand. The agitator motor for the mix is not an easy thing to replace. The employees are not capable of changing it themselves. There's the Brix device. They will need you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're going to need you to change that damn thing. So yeah, you just put a drop of the product on there, and then you'll see it. Now you have a Brix number you're supposed to hit. You could find it in the Spaceman documentation, so that you could set the viscosity level like they got there. Because if your viscosity level, see, they're saying that a good Brix level on their machines for this product should be about between 20 and 30. And it's going to vary. If it's a daiquiri, it's going to be a different number than if it's soft serve. And so they're going to go over all those different numbers. Let me see what they got to say over here in the comments section. Yeah, he's just asking the question. But I am going to wrap this up. I got some diehard people, definite night owls. Any particular brands of equipment that you're looking to find training information on, don't hesitate to hit me up on Instagram or YouTube. Just let me know. Don't forget, you have your ice machine training has kicked in. Manitowoc, Scotsman, Hoshizaki, they're all having training classes. Stolting is still not having any classes for the year. But it is what it is. I'll be back on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And until then, stay safe. And I wish all of you the best with your business endeavors. And as always, thank you, Brother Frank Evans, for contributing to the show. #1 channel supporter. Oh, sure thing. I look forward to it.